Hi, it's me. It's January 31st, and I was going to do a little bit of bookwork, so to speak, on one of my books, but my computer wouldn't turn on, so I just took that as a cue to read a bit of the Word, and so I did some of that and just got honest with where I was, which was not really wanting to just not really having much motivation, feeling kind of like I just don't want to work. And then I was reading, and it was talking about, what was it talking about? It was talking about, I guess, confessing where you are, confessing your sin, and then praising God. And I just felt like it's another chore, so then I just realized I was in this very kind of heavy, complacent place again. And I was praying this morning, actually, and what came out of my mouth was about praising, like to praise. And so I found myself doing that. And then this evening, when I was trying to get with it, and that was kind of an instruction preceded by confess your sin, I just wasn't into it. I just, again, felt like a heavy, it's more work, it's a chore. So I just kind of thought about where I was with that and how I was feeling heavy and how I was feeling burdened. So I just kind of confessed it and then took authority because I realized where I was and was feeling I don't know if poor is the right word, but feeling kind of, I guess, poor in spirit and just weak. And so I was reminded of a Bible study that I started last night, and part of it was on authority. So I just thought, you know what, I do have authority over all this. So I just started speaking the word, and praising ended up happening as a result of confessing it and taking authority over it, and it led me to worship. So I think that's interesting. It was kind of a one thing leads to another type thing. Just admitting it really takes away its power, and it doesn't have to be so long. And then it's over, and then it's kind of like you're alleviated of that sin and that burden, because it is a burden, it's a heavy weight, and to just put it out there and to let it go, and then to recognize it, rebuke it type of thing, confess it, and to ask for forgiveness. I didn't really ask for forgiveness, but I asked for the opposite, which is instead of this complacency that I have felt, is diligence. So asking for diligence and control over my thinking. So it then just, as I mentioned, made me want to praise. And so I just started praising and thanking God, and just found myself much happier and lighter and willing to work. And now my computer is on and it's working. So anyway, there is I think I might have already mentioned it, but in the Bible it says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So I'm very grateful for the word that I do have hidden away in my heart. And with that, I can use it authoritatively over the whatever I've got going on in my mind, the bad thoughts, or the just whatever is bogging me down or holding me back, or making me not want to get up. It's interesting, because I've just found that my thoughts definitely dictate my body. And so if I'm feeling tired or heavy or lethargic, I can pretty much trace it back to a thought. And then it's just a matter of kind of pinpointing that and recognizing it, and letting it go and asking for its opposite, and just being reminded also that we have authority over everything because Christ is in us. So all the spirits, which is what we're supposedly battling against, And so we can, command those be gone. We can basically just have it all. Everything can be just great, but we do have a part to play in that. So I had to just ask for grace too, and then that comes. So I guess there's just this little part of me, though, that feels like, oh, I don't deserve the grace, and I don't even like that, but I do feel like there is something in there that's, poor feeling or something just, I don't know, just, it's just not wanting me to, I guess, accept all of these things because I am not naturally feeling that way. So then, I think, well, you don't deserve it. And it's not about that. But I guess that's perhaps a stronghold in my own mind that I think, well, I should, I should just be better, whatever it is. But anyway, God's grace is here for us, and He is who changes us. And so I think it's a practice. I know it's a practice, and so maybe I just need to be more into the practice of practicing the authority that I have, asking for and accepting the grace of God, which I know and I've experienced the blessing of and change of that happens internally, and just really walking in that place of grace, and then gratitude, naturally gratitude. So I am practicing all of this, but truth is great. I love that I am in touch with myself, so I can pinpoint the truth and then let it go, and I can just receive the grace of God and be changed. So I am grateful that I was reminded of authority, that I just, quickly confessed it and got it out, and then it kind of has a way of that is cathartic, so it naturally just kind of changes you. But then to really pray and to ask for what it is that we need, and to praise. So that is that's good. So anyway, that is just something that I wanted to share about establishing and walking in our authority, speaking the truth, and being set free and receiving grace.